Rihanna's known for a lot of things. She's a Grammy Award-winning artist, a business mogul, and a fashionable mama. But what you may not know is that she's a petty Betty, and she's not afraid to clap back with the best of them when people get on her wrong side. Today, we're gonna take a closer look at some of her more memorable beefs. First, let's talk about one of her more known feuds in recent years, the Twitter war between her and another very talented entertainer, Ciara. This may come as a surprise to some of you who might not have even known that they had beef. As far as we know, it all started when Ciara made a controversial statement about Rihanna on E's Fashion Police.
I ran into her recently at a party and she wasn't the nicest, and it's crazy because I've always loved and respect what she's done with fashion, and I've ran into her, before, but this time it was just really, it wasn't the most pleasant run-in, so.
A bitch! Next!
You're crazy.
Back in 2011, she appeared as a guest judge on the show. Immediately, that sparked rumors of tension between the two artists. Now, I know, and you know, that the moment she said that, shit was about to hit the fan. Personally, I don't think she should have even gone there. This is a fashion police. No one asked her if she liked Rihanna or not, but clearly she just wanted to get that off her chest. Rihanna is not one to stay silent in the face of insult. Right after the show aired, she took to Twitter and made several posts going in on CC, and I mean, she went in. This whole exchange surprised both of their fan bases because no one expected to see these two going at it publicly. That same night, they seemed to have a change of heart as Rihanna posted an apology and Ciara responded to that post saying she accepted her apology. But honestly, it was very much giving, my publicist made me do it, because these two were not fooling anyone. They certainly didn't fool me. I feel like their teams approached them behind the scenes and said, look, this isn't good for your brand, so fix it. Because that apology came swiftly, and I find it hard to believe that Rihanna just decided on her own to let this go. Either way, things got quiet and we thought this was over. But it reignited 2 years later when Ciara posted a video of herself dancing in a bathroom to her newly released single Body Party. Rihanna and a friend decided to post a video clip of themselves laughing while watching it. Rihanna's digs can be very subtle at times, but just as messy. This seemed to throw Ciara off as she thought they had put things behind them. Ciara did multiple interviews after the fact saying she was confused about the whole thing because she thought they'd worked things out. They even met in person at the Met Gala, and she said at the time Rihanna showed her love, so she's like, what was that for? While there haven't been any publicized apologies or reconciliation since then, the feud seems to have faded into the background. Both Rihanna and Ciara have been focusing on their work and their families, which suggests that they've put the past behind them, but I don't think either one of them is a fan of the other. Now let's move on to the next person on our roster, Teyana Taylor. They are on pretty good terms these days, but back in 2013, that was not the case. Teyana had posted a video of herself singing Anita Baker's classic Caught Up in the Rapture, and it looks like Riri was not a fan. Now, I love me some Riri, but she has been known at times for being a bit of a mean girl, and this was definitely one of those times. Rihanna went out of her way to record a video of her hairstylist wearing a curly wig and a baseball cap, which I guess was a nod to Teyana's distinctive style at the time, and proceeded to mock her singing abilities in a post that then went viral on social media. Now, I don't know why she felt the need to do that, because while she is a great and successful entertainer herself, she certainly isn't known for her amazing vocals. So I don't see why she felt it was okay to mock Teyana's rendition of the song. It was probably deeper than that, but it was just unnecessary and catty. It seems like these two were beefing behind the scenes, and it finally reached us regular folks because Rihanna just could not help herself. Teyana lashed out in her own defense, and they were throwing shade back and forth for quite a while on social media. At one point, Rihanna made a joke about Teyana's net worth in comparison to her own, and Teyana made a dig at her, insinuating that she was basically being passed around a lot. And I mean a lot. They just kept going at it. Rihanna eventually said she wasn't about to give Teyana any more free promo to help her career by continuing to respond. But I'm like, honey, you started this whole mess, so how you gonna pull back now when it was just getting juicy? According to Teyana, she doesn't even know how it all started. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, because clearly something was going on with these two behind the scenes, and it had some repercussions, at least on Teyana's end, because she allegedly lost an endorsement deal with Adidas because of the very public and nasty feud with Rihanna. By 2016, it seemed like like they had worked things out. Rihanna even sent her some items from her Puma Fenty collaboration, and Teyana showed her a lot of love on social media, thanking her for the gift. They've since been spotted hanging out together at events, so I guess it's water under the bridge. But it sure was entertaining while it lasted. And last, but certainly not least, your girl Rihanna had it out with the one, the only TLC. Rihanna was on a roll for a while because these are consecutive. Like, she could add this to a resume at this point. Now guys, I'm just as surprised as you are because I'm wondering how TLC even got on this list. Back in 2014, the remaining members of TLC, T-Boz and Chili, did an interview with Australia Channel 7's Sunrise, and T-Boz made some comments about the current batch of women in the music industry and how it seems like they were always naked because sex sells. They didn't say Rihanna's name at the time, but based on what was said, people assumed they were talking about Riri.
During our interview, TLC slammed the current crop of artists who use sex to sell music. They singled out Rihanna.
Not to mention the fact that they posted the girl's picture all over that segment. When Rihanna heard about it, she obviously did not appreciate the slut shaming, and so she called them out. She called them old thoughts and posted a topless pic of the members of the group from their 1994 Vibe photo shoot. She even went as far as making it her Twitter header photo so no one could miss it. T-Boz and Chili were quick to respond to the backlash they received from both Rihanna and her fans. In an interview with Yahoo Music, they made it clear that they weren't even talking about her and that their statement had been taken out of context due to clever editing. They claimed that they were asked what they thought about the recent batch of female entertainers. And while they did give their take, the editors added a photo of Rihanna, giving the impression that they were specifically talking about her. But they were actually talking about women on television. If that's the case, then Channel 7 is messy as hell. Now, TLC was also quick to clarify that topless photo though, explaining that it was for a good cause. Chili explained that their Vibe photo shoot was to raise awareness about breast cancer, and not just for the sake of being topless, because that's not something that they do. They also didn't like the approach Rihanna took to the incident. They felt like any person who has an issue with them should contact them directly so that they can talk about it, because they were not really into that whole social media beef thing. And I can respect that. Like, sometimes I wonder if these people don't have phones, because all it would take is a phone call to clear things up. But then I guess we wouldn't have all these entertaining moments to look back on. Now, if you think I should do a part 2, let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious to know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Until next time.